I'll deal with it. If Chris can do this,
Yeah.
for an entire episode and not fix it, that's gonna be episode 47. We talk about Die Hard. We try out Max's TV.
Ooh.
We try out to feed it with this shit. I don't know if this is gonna come off. This is gonna be one you want to watch.
Yeah, this is going to be a visual one. Did you die hard?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mike and Max Off-Road Podcast, brought to you by Keep It Simple Off-Road. I'm your host, Mike Austin.
And I'm Max Kraus, and I was born ready, Mike. I don't know, that's
You can't
not-
whistle
that's
into
not-
this.
It's not in the recording, but Mike asked if I was ready.
Born ready.
And I'm ready for this episode because
Yeah.
we're taking you from the garage to the trail. All right.
Legitimately. To
Yeah,
Die Hard, folks.
I heard you went off-roading. Is that a myth? Is that a rumor? Is that...
I went off. Yeah, I didn't drive. I walked and filmed it, but
Nice. How many steps did you do today?
I don't even know.
Damn.
It was awesome, dude. What an awesome day. So
Nice.
I literally am fresh off the trail, like 2 hours
Yeah,
ago.
I can tell.
I know I'm still hot.
You look like a rotisserie chicken. Like,
Woo! I brought my hat, dude, but I didn't fucking put it on until the very end.
What?
I don't know.
So you had it in your pocket or something? Just tucked in?
Just tucked in Richard's Jeep.
Oh.
It was pretty good. So yeah. So
Dude, I think we should skip everything. Skip updates.
Just go right to
we
it?
got no updates. We got nothing. I'm so excited for this story. Like,
All right.
So you went. You tell us. Give us the good kabam. What happened?
So our group has been dying to go.
Oh.
Our regular wheeling group that we go with, White Chris, Orange Chris, Scottle Steve, the crew, right? Rocks and Mud, Dairy. Anyway, all of our group, we all want to do Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever try to go in there? Oh no, we went looking for it.
We hiked it backwards a little bit.
That's right, and
Or
we had found. We came in from the end. We pretty much saw the whole thing.
Okay.
There's 2 obstacles at the very beginning that we didn't see that are very important to get right. So this trail is so it's called TV1 out at Table Mesa.
Hey, so it was the first one labeled out there.
Yeah, and I probably shouldn't even mention that, but it's a legit trail. It's a good, but
I don't think it's a secret. I think most people just don't do it because
that's a good thing.
It comes with a lot of unknown. Like, how hard is it? Like, is it as crazy as people say?
Yeah.
Because I've heard it's easy, it's hard.
Yeah,
Some of
everything
that.
right, all over the gamut.
Yeah.
Huh?
And remember, it snowed out there one year, and that guy in a green JKU was stuck out there on 33 all terrains. He's I'm gonna go for it. Like,
If he was halfway, you know what I mean? Like, then he had nothing. He didn't even get into anything. You know what I mean? That guy was on nothing. Because Robert was pretty much right. The first 80% is just fun. Just
okay.
You have to go and get on the rocks.
So we could do that anytime
Mm-hmm.
and do the first 70-80%, and if we want to, we could just go back out.
Turn around and head out. Yeah.
Nice.
Until you get past, that one cactus tree thingy. But so, yeah, the goal, it's going to be hot as hell out here. So everybody showed up.
The temperatures today?
It was 109. But it was beautiful at 5 o'clock. It was really nice out there, and it was quiet, and there wasn't a soul anywhere.
Yeah, I think it was 76 degrees at 5 o'clock this morning.
Right.
Yeah, in my bed. I was asleep.
Well, actually, so let's go back up for just 1 second. TV1, Technical Vehicle Trail 1.
Yes.
This thing, dude, if you're not on tons and 40s, you got no business in there.
Wow.
At all. That's no joke.
Yeah.
It's not even. I know Orange Chris is going, psh, psh, I could do it, dude. I'm going to do it.
Easy.
I'm going to roll through with my 38s
And maybe,
37s.
but maybe it could go really bad.
No, it would absolutely go bad for him. Yeah. It's
what about 40s and Dana 44s?
No way. Like that. I'm glad. So I didn't drive.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely glad because there's no doubt I would have broken there.
Whoa.
Just because at one point, every single person was bound wicked, dude. And you put so much stress on the front axle alone in that trail.
Damn.
That now I know what Drew's talking about. I know what that Dave Avita's talking about.
Yeah.
And even Richard, man, knowing he just popped that one axle, he got bound up like crazy, dude. And you just sometimes have to force it through it.
Yeah.
It is wicked, dude.
Yeah.
So super awesome, fun trail. I rank it harder than collateral damage. There's no steep waterfalls and, big things like that. There's definitely big ledges like we saw that you could roll off of.
Yep.
Like John Patrick almost proved today. Like he got wicked crazy out of there. But he let Dawn drive 2/3 of the way or 3/3 of the way or whatever it was. Not 3/3.
The first easy part?
No, he put him through some hard stuff.
Oh, nice.
But then he jumped in like not, you kind of have to warm up a little.
Yeah.
John wasn't warmed up at all, bro, and he was all blah blah on the gas and off the gas. One thing you don't want to hear is the driver. Oh, that's so much worse.
That is the driver.
And he was trying to do this line. There's this one obstacle that has 1, 2, 3, 4 options, I guess, on it.
Okay.
Excuse me. And
did everyone take the same line on that one? Like,
yeah, everyone eventually had to. Yeah.
Wow.
So, which was literally the easiest line out of the 4.
But still very hard. Like,
yeah, crazy.
It's not an easy line. It's just the easiest of the 4 lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
And that was on that one where it kind of rides that ledge sideways, you know, and
I think it's like a sideways hill climb and around.
exactly. You go up and around and then down. So that's what I'll show you when we get in here. But yeah, they ended up having to go that way.
Nice.
This is going to be, yeah, it's cool because it's fresh in my head, but but I want to tell everybody, if you have like anything below 40 or 40s and tons, you have no business going in there. Don't go in there to that trail. Don't go in there if you're not on that.
Damn.
Let's just put that out there right now.
I mean, it's good to know.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. So
and like you've done really hard trails like Collateral Damage, Sandy Beach, and you have a Dana 60 rear and a Dana 44 front. You know.
Yeah.
And so you've pushed it. You're willing to push it.
Yeah, I'm not being a bitch by any means. There's a couple of those obstacles that just if it goes wrong in the slightest bit, you're done. You're gonna break something. You know, like it. They're like Javier had said. This is a very technical trail. I agree 100% with that. It's
nice. I like that.
Let's say we rate from technicalities, right? And let's say like Anaconda, I would put Anaconda pretty high because you got
it can be very technical.
It's super short and a little dinky trail, but technically wise to get up over that rock or get through the squeeze part. Yeah, I would say on a scale from 1 to 10, Anaconda is going to be a 7, right? Collateral Damage is right around 7, and this is a 10.
Whoa,
I mean, for open trails, we're not talking crazy buggy trails.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
like this is an actual labeled trail.
Correct.
At Table Mesa.
That's right. But it's definitely. Well, I guess you can't give it a 10. But this isn't. We're making our own road shit. This is a road, and it's. My point is, it's technical.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's
So no way, like the Snail Trail boys could make it.
Probably not. And those Toyotas,
No.
No, but if Jason does make it here, this is a buggy trail for him. Yeah. He'd love this trail. So,
but you don't think he's gonna drive the CJ out?
No, I think he's bringing the buggy. So this would definitely be one to run him through for sure. It's a fun trail. It's definitely a buggy trail. Yeah, I would say mostly buggies go in there.
And you did say almost everyone hit their rear quarter panel, right? So armor or not, that most people slid on it, leaned against it.
Everyone did.
Everyone did.
Everyone touched. Yeah, everyone touched. One guy laid on his side. This guy in a really built YJ. It's really neat. But he's got like half exo cage and whatever, and he laid way over on it. And then,
but that's what it's for.
Exactly.
Like my sides are not meant to be leaned on.
Richard had his rear steer hurt him and save him, and and his fenders. He bumped both fenders on both sides of the rear, and a scratch across like his gas tank. Like
the gas tank,
the gas cap. He's got a gas cap. on the side.
Oh, the gas cap. Yeah.
So that got hit. John Patrick, he got into the side a few times. I want to say he bumped the rear back too. He broke his suck down
armor,
winch.
Like stuff you can just buff out, put a little paint on, no big deal.
And like so rock sliders, I would say rock sliders you want nice and wide. If you had like really wide rock sliders, that would help you on these things because you use them as a tool to get through a lot of the rock. So, but so anyways, ended up just being 4 of us. So we had a buggy, a full-on buggy. That's Jeremy's. Richard's Jeep, that big JKU. John Patrick's, what is that?
A JK.
Is it a JK? 2-door JK? The Ready to Rock?
Just a monster.
Yeah. But it works so freaking good, dude. Then a YJ that is built very similar to me. Once mine will be done, he's linked front and rear, but it looks pretty much like mine. And
well, you have a lot of YJ ideas in your build,
exactly,
right? Like how the frame, the leaf spring. Originally, all the leaf spring stuff was YJ related, right?
Yeah, that's that guy that with the air shocks and the air shocks, but he's at 108-inch wheelbase, so even I don't know if the shorter wheelbase will help you here or not. I think it will. It might, but there's a couple you're pretty steep on. So when you first go in, it's we did find the right way. We made a few mistakes. We take off, we get there, and there's a sketchy hill that you got to go off camber and then turn down to get into the wash, dude. And that was spooky, man, because Richard's Jeep is crazy tall, you know. So I'm in it, and we're rolling over, and we go down into this wash. So then the very first obstacle, that major obstacle you hit, there's little boulders you can play on. We go into the very first obstacle, and it's this big-ass V-notch. And if you don't get your back passenger tire up on that wall and leave it on the wall, and you slide into that crack, you are really, really, really messed up bad. So that's all Patrick was telling us about, or John Patrick. He was saying, you got to stay on there. You got to stay. And if you didn't get on, they back you out. And Richard slid in. His rear steer took him right in that hole, and wham! And he smashes down onto the side, you know. But luckily, he stopped, was able to get himself out, back up out of there. But the rear steer was really hurting him when it would flex out. It would pull his rear end off of that thing. So he had to go up into the cactus and stay up in there, dude, and then into those trees. Oh, shit. I know it's better if I show you, huh?
Yeah, if you got it.
So we'll try this TV thing. Oh, see, I don't. So I don't have everything on my phone because I was really filming with the other cameras. You know?
But you are planning on making a nice video too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have some snippets in this video, in this thing, and then when I come home tonight, a full actual trail video to celebrate 1,000 listeners or 1,000 subscribers, bro.
YouTube subscribers.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
So now you're rolling in the big bucks because you're monetized.
Yeah, there's rules to that. There's a lot of reading, and I didn't want to read, so I haven't turned any of that on yet.
I think you just click agree.
But we could, I know.
okay.
We could FaceTime though, or live feed. Yeah, man. So we go into the first obstacle is this big ass V-notch thing that you fall into. I don't have the video of it. It'll be on the video. It'll be in the video if you want to see what I'm talking about. You're gonna need to see that. Anyways, you know what's crazy is I was so fixated when we walked it that time. The one rock and those two major obstacles we couldn't figure out how to get through. That there's a monster boulder field after that, dude. Yeah. Like it was huge. But so at any rate, you go through there and you I don't even know how to explain this. So here's what I'm gonna do. So okay.
But you jump from the beginning to the end also.
I've been jumping all over the place because that's how my damn brain works. So because this is very hard for me to go in an order, I'll show you the pictures I have with me on my phone.
Yeah.
And you describe to the audience what you're looking at.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you about the scene if it strikes up a memory.
Okay.
Make sense? All right, ready? So that's our group. John Patrick in the front.
Nice.
Red the thingamajiggy. We already talked about all that. That's the YJ. See how it has the X in the back?
Oh, yep.
So it's an exoskeleton on a YJ, right? This is going to work for us.
Yeah. Well, but if you just show these as we talk, you know.
Oh, right. So yeah, you got Don doing it.
Ooh, that's starting to look pretty good. So the driver tire has to go under there? Like it has to go up and just be raped by that rock?
Yeah, so this is very Anaconda-ish.
Ooh, okay.
You do it the exact same way, right?
Oh, okay. So stay really aggressively to one side and kind of walk it through?
Yeah, so but it's if your rock slider doesn't touch that corner of that rock, it takes out the door.
It's going in the body.
Right. So what we ended up doing on a lot of these guys was we climbed straight up as high as they can get them, and then disengage the rear and front dig it down to the side, and then cruise
People are
across.
Finally doing front digs.
Dude, probably 4 or 5 times on here, this trail.
Nice.
All front digs. It was super cool.
I need to get the Ford 205 going.
So once you get the front to clear, then your back tire will come up the face of that rock.
Yep.
And then there's a monster boulder field right here.
Yeah. So you're just doing an obstacle into a major boulder field.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't be all distracted and like you got to have a game plan or you're just going to be stuck the second you get into it.
Right. And this is after the harder shit. Again, these pictures don't have what I have on my camera.
Yeah.
So we're clearly jumping around.
God, that's awesome though.
So that's the monster boulder field.
It's just a cool shot, you know, with the taillight right there and the tire and just overlooking into the boulder field.
Yep. So that was I saw that from the sandy beach, like I did the one, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a back tire. So this is
that looks crazy too.
So this is the second option line. There's a huge buggy line. So now we're looking at John Patrick. This is like
he's got the front passenger tire in the air.
Yeah, and he's going up these 2 big boulders, but his driver rear tire is down in a hole that's so big it's trying to just torque him backwards.
Oh
right?
wow! Which was always your concern.
Exactly. Yeah. And
but it didn't happen.
And I never pushed it that far. John pushes it far. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I have the video of him, but at the end, his whole Jeep gets whipped to the side like he rolls it in a whip roll, swam onto the side. The dude's nuts. So at any rate, yeah. Big ass boulders, and he's trying to straddle a giant crack that you really can't see in here. But he's facing this guy, and it just keeps lifting up the passenger.
Who's the birdwatch hiker on the side there?
That's his wife.
Oh,
She's
nice.
his photographer.
Right. Oh, okay. I honestly thought it was like just a hiker person in like the frame.
Gotcha.
Like,
yeah. So where she's standing is actually where we end up going.
Oh, okay.
On the line. That's that one where the ledge, you go up on the left-hand side and you come across the ledge. Now, I tried to talk Richard into coming up right here out of like how you do the filter. Right, where you come up out of the filter in there, and and trying to snaggle it out, but he's too long. They wouldn't let him try it. But John, when he was coming off of that to get, he was trying to back up the hill, so he's trying to go closer to the mountain, and he ended up right where these bushes are here. So there's bushes in this foreground. There's a big ass rock, and probably a 3 or 4 foot.
Oh, so to
drop.
line up, you got to kind of go.
Dude,
yeah, it's obviously not a straight shot.
He just books back, and that's all off camera right here, and it's about to throw him off the ledge, dude. He's going like he's like you, half the tire is hanging off of the rock.
But in reality, it's the tire's just to the edge of it, and then there's like 14-inch pancake holding on.
So this tire is 15 and a half inches wide, and
massive.
10 inches were left to go. Ooh. So yes and no, but he was really pushing it, and you're off camber, and you can't see anything.
Nice.
It's just like the filter. It's very filterish.
And there's no water. But I see a lot of sand.
Yeah, and thorns, dude. I'm so cut up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got tons of thorns. So that's just him trying to get back up again.
That's such a cool two-door JK, though.
Yeah, it's wicked. He's long, too, man. But you can kind of see the big hole he's falling in.
Yep.
But with 42-inch tires, how big do you think those boulders are?
Well, 50. It's probably a 50-inch boulder. I mean,
easy, right?
Yeah. It's way bigger than the tire. I mean, his tire's halfway up the boulder, and the boulder still goes above and below the tire.
It's one of the few. This trail made this Jeep look tiny in spots, dude, and that's pretty awesome. So this is again
good photos though. Like it just shows it really nice.
Yeah, it keeps trying. It was a really good job. Or he gave that one hell, but just could never get over it. So that's everybody all bundled up again.
So the guy in the YJ has the Patagonias.
Yeah.
Do they do pretty good?
Yeah, he loved them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
he said, and those are the blacks.
They are the more sticky ones.
Yeah.
I still hear mixed reviews. You know, some people love them. Some people are like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I have the video on here. It's pretty good. He literally just they were gripped really good, and he just instead of sliding and slipping, it just climbs the rock backwards this way and pulls him way out of the line.
Oh,
but the guy in the YJ, he just kept it coming, man. Like he would get right on the tail of Jeremy. So it was hard to film because John's way out front and he's climbing all kinds of crazy stuff. The guy Jason, his name's Jason in the YJ. He's way in the back and he's climbing and
that's such cool photos though. Like he's just like the whole front end straddled up on that obstacle. A boulder that's up to his windshield right next to him, and his rear tires aren't even like close to.
I like it when you see multiple Jeeps down the trail like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be hard on audio. I don't think this is going to come across very good. We got a lot of people bitching about our obstacle breakdown, because it's hard to.
Because when it was on the audio.
Yeah.
But that's a really good reason for that week to go watch the video. I mean,
okay.
Like Jeeps are so visual that like I know this is a podcast with a video usually.
Yeah.
And if some of the stuff you just got to go check out the video, obviously, that's the lore of the podcast, like
exactly.
It's an off-roading. It's not a how to speak very clearly podcast. It's an off-roading podcast.
It is, and it's very difficult to describe what we do because even pictures don't do it justice,
Well, and especially if you weren't there.
Yeah.
It's way harder to. That's such a cool shot, though.
So this here,
I love coilovers.
This is two monster boulders that are just barely wide enough for him to get on.
Yeah.
So he's on his sidewalls, and he straddles it, and then there's a massive hole on the other side, right? So
do a lot of people get stuck on the belly on this trail, or do you see potential for it? A lot of breakover.
No, there wasn't too much belly problems. It was like get undercuts. Like your tire just undercutting everything. That's why everything was so bound.
So aggressive.
That's why I wouldn't
like
go
aggressive. Getting your front end up is really aggressive in a lot of spots.
Yeah. So John and Richard's Jeeps are both built similar, where they have those really the links.
The control arms are like downhill.
Yeah, because they're so freaking tall, right?
Yeah,
it helps that they're very tall in situations for the boulder fields. But when John, on the other side of this picture, he's trying to climb the face as he's coming down that boulder, right? Well, that puts.
Oh yeah, he's
That puts that front link at almost like as if it was pointing at 7 o'clock.
Damn.
It's trying to bend over when it's trying to climb straight up. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's literally forcing the link down, and it almost.
I would think that's gonna break something.
Dude, that has to put so much bind.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to tell Richard as well. Like, you really should never have your rear locker on when you're trying to climb something because his stands up so wicked like that. You know,
it like torque stands,
dude.
Like,
and
well, that's the anti-squat, right?
Yeah.
So he must have massive anti-squat, not anti-lift.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, using off of the descriptions, I would think. Yeah, but because I don't know if he held the brakes, if his would load up. You know, like the massive anti-squat will lift it, but I know when he goes against his front, his tire is trying to go down. His links are pushing it down and not up. So, but
maybe that's okay if it's built right.
Well, he's gone through everything so far.
Same with this John Patrick guy, and same with Richard and a bunch of people who have really tall Jeeps.
So you can see the hole that his front tire is on the other end of this, right?
Like his bumper is on top of the rock, and his tire is gone, and you can tell it's totally flexed out.
It's not even touching the ground.
So that's a really aggressive undercut climb.
Yep.
So he has to go forward as he climbs up, which is pulling the link in the wrong direction.
Exactly. So yeah, he's undercut with the link, and the link is pointing to the undercut going down, but he needs to come backwards up the face of the rock.
Hey, those are some...
he's coming down off of the rock.
Those are some awesome welds. I'll tell you that, dude. I don't know if my welds are that strong.
Dude, it is wicked, man. It's so wicked that... this is him trying to back up, right? So he's trying to back up, and how high off the rear... So his passenger rear tire is just air.
Well, I see a 40-inch tire from the ground to below his 42-inch tire.
Yeah, with Richard
the scaling's probably a little off. But
I didn't even notice that. It looks like he's riding on Richard's Jeep.
Yeah.
Dude, Richard's Jeep is in the background, and John's tire is way up in the air.
Jeez.
But it's like, everybody's seen the picture of the front tire way up. Yeah, and he's doing it in reverse. He eventually got out of there.
Dude, there's no way White Chris can make this trail. He'd be so scared. He's like an office guy that files papers into cabinets, dude. He can't be out here.
No, he'd beast through this trail.
We shouldn't even put that in there.
He would beast through this trail. I actually was thinking the only people that stand a chance, it'll just say White Chris and then go beep trail. But so like once he gets it to climb up, then you got to get the rear end through it.
Yeah.
That one was super gnarly.
This is where I wish I had 4 links up front, because just one more. You're gonna build yours as a 3-link too, right?
Yep.
Everyone's a 3-link, and it's strong if it's built right,
Where is all the videos? So it doesn't even have video on there.
Back out one more. You're still on photos.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh my God! Hey, it was only day 21.
Thank God you got pants on.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Why won't it stop? Fuck this stupid thing.
Oh, video.
Thank God that's gone. That's not going in this video. Those are my transformation photos. That was the befores, bro. So it's got the big rock in the middle with the cactus on the top, and you can either go to the left with the 2 fins or the right that is essentially a straight up wall, and there's that massive hole right there.
This is where you got to keep your tire on the wall,
dude. Yeah.
And Richard kept falling in because of the understeer.
Nope.
Oh, that was.
This is where the understeer helps him. It literally drives him out of the hole.
Nice.
It was crazy.
I guess every type of build, it's good and bad somewhere. Like having huge understeer is bad in a lot of obstacles.
Yep.
But I bet you just as many, it'll drive you right out.
I bet it gets you in more trouble than it saves you. Yeah. But so I'm standing on the rock, obviously, and this is a straight down shot of this guy's YJ, this dude Jason.
It's a good shot though.
Right. So what we were doing was it was going straight up, as high as you can go straight up, and front dig it down into the hole. Boom. And it slides over.
Did everyone have the capability of doing front digs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question is what do you do if you can't do that?
Yeah. You just got to keep going.
Unlock the rear and just push through.
If you could hear this.
Cool Jeep, though, the YJ.
Yeah. And we'll have sound. We don't want sound because it's going to mess up the video. But
also, there'll be sound in the video.
Watch.
Oh, and this is where his front end was all unloaded.
Yeah, dude. Oh. It just sucks him in. And then Jeremy goes, he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And his fan's just hammering into the radiator right now.
Why? Frame twist?
I don't know. Something happened.
Oh.
But he's completely sideways right here. He's laying on his side.
I see it. Yeah.
And
awesome.
He didn't even make it to the hole yet, right? So you have to climb as high as you can climb to try to get your rear tire to where when it does slide off the hill, it hits that rock and you can pivot into it. That's the goal.
Nice.
You're trying to get up past it. John Patrick walked through there like it was nothing.
But he's done it.
No, he's never been through there, man. He was spooked, or not spooked, but he's trying to keep his stuff nice and clean. So he's like, what do I do? And Jeremy goes, I think you could just drive. And he just keeps driving.
You should be able to actually drive straight out of that.
Or back?
Forward.
Right? Watch.
Thank goodness for the exo cage.
Yeah. How this didn't get just totally demolished, but it's setting on his X.
Yeah, full hydro steering.
Yeah. This is definitely built good, but I mean, his pats look so dinky compared to those IROCs or whatever the hell those are, the pit bulls. Yeah. And Jeremy's got he's got reds, crawler reds.
Yeah.
And shit, dude. All of them actually look really, really good. All those tires were very comparable.
But it's also very hot out, right?
Yeah.
So if it were wintertime and cold and wet,
yeah,
I mean, that could be a different story for the certain tires.
Yeah. So here this guy's over this crack, and he just keeps driving into it. But
See, this was my attempt the first time I took my Jeep out. Remember? And you guys are all, why are you so mad? Right. I was like, I'm just trying to get through it.
Right. You just keep driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I like this guy.
I
already.
felt so stuck on this rock right now because I couldn't get down anywhere. So I have just this video, and I'm like, oh, man. So I end up throwing my phone to another guy.
It's a crazy jump to like.
Yeah, dude, it was like 10 feet off the top of that rock. Yeah, I'm not jumping down that, and I couldn't go that way, and I was just like, everything. Oh my God, I'm missing it. So luckily, Richard got some front.
Cool.
But he keeps trying. And eventually, instead of climbing up, so this is again where these air shocks were unloading on him.
Yeah.
It was pushing the body over instead of settling like it should have. So
like we're used to.
Yeah. So I threw my phone to a dude below me. I'm like, here, man.
Nice.
Not below me, but below me. Right. So, anyways, and I almost fell off the rock trying to handle my phone.
Oh, there we go. Oh, is he going to be the snatch block holder?
Yeah, he could have. That's what we really needed. But so that line, it's only 3,500-pound line. I don't know if you'll see this on video or not.
No, 3,500-pound winch or line?
Yeah, a 3,500-pound winch.
Oh.
Oops. Fuck this. You guys are going to have to go over to Keep It Simple Off-Road and watch the video when I get done
on YouTube.
That's right.
And wherever Keep It Simple Off-Road videos are sold.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, that's such a cool shot with them all stacked in there like that. So, well, that kind of.
No, but it shows a lot. It shows a lot of the trail already. I mean, it shows that. I like the red grippy rock out there. It's different than the rest of the Table Mesa. I swear, it's a completely different rock than.
Wonder what this is. So the video just started to play by itself.
Yeah, Mike's got his phone on, like his home screen, and
so that one went. That's where earlier Patrick was up on the left.
Yep.
That's that one going across that. There's also a really hard buggy line all the way to the right, up and over like this.
Yeah.
But
nice.
Yeah. So
I definitely am. I'm excited to see the video on this one because
this should be good.
I'm sure you got some good angles, some good shots because you always do.
Well, what I was trying to do is I had the GoPro with me, so I would go and put a GoPro on one spot where I wanted a wide angle, and I would go to the other side. So I should have multiple angles. And then I did every time a new attempt happened, I went to a different shot all the way around. So
nice.
It should come out good. And I was actually thinking of the video the whole time.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's been a while since you put out like a real wheeling video, right?
Yeah, I mean, since Moab.
There's some wheeling in when you did the Liberty video, like the build of it. There's some wheeling in it here and there, but like this will be a real This will be like the collateral damage video, I think.
I have never seen a video of this trail yet.
Yeah.
Like,
or clips.
It's just clips.
There's like tiny clips. Yeah.
This will be a from the beginning to the end, finish everything. Like
so
we
it
have
should
an
get a lot
ending.
of views.
I hope. yours is doing good now. It's almost, last I checked was 909.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I'm all right
Good.
with that.
Like this, I think this is a super good chat about it already.
Okay.
I feel like if I got to see this on the video, like as part of the podcast,
Yeah.
I'd be super excited to see what video is coming out.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like a
that way
preview
we're not
to what we're doing.
struggling to like, well, in the beginning and again.
Yeah, because it was, well, again, I went in there and I've made the mistakes many times. Is I try to use a camera in one hand and my phone in the other hand, and it's all shaky
You
as
gotta
shit.
pick one, huh?
Exactly, and I keep telling myself because I'll forget, and some of the tricks that I do, the lenses that I use and stuff, you have to be crazy stable. But I'm not running around there because my stabilizer would have overheated out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing everything handheld.
Well, and it's dangerous. It's so big out there. Like
Dude.
you're not jumping 10 feet down a thing to film something.
Dude,
like,
I almost took a couple really wicked falls where you're looking around, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, how are you going to run down this thing? Because you lose your footing.
Damn.
But, yeah, so trail-wise, yeah, absolutely a fantastic trail. When I get the 60 in, we'll definitely go through there.
awesome.
I don't know if I'd advise Steve to go in there, dude. Not, you know
Well,
what
we'll
I mean?
let him see this. Everyone can tell him his opinion, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, or Orange Chris until they get some tons under there.
Yeah.
But they should ride,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
And check it out first.
And
Make your own choice. You know, without your Jeep,
Yep.
then make a choice of what you want to do.
I think that the size of their vehicles are fine. The size
Really?
of all that is fine. It's the strength of the axles when you're in the undercuts.
Yeah.
You
And
have to be
the
able
welds on the brackets holding the axles to the Jeep.
you have to be able to push through that because that's how it pops out, man.
Yeah.
You know. And let's see here. We ended up having to stack one time, trying to get Richard over
For
those
Richard,
fins,
I knew it.
but it wasn't working. So we ended up. But I have video of us unstacking it as well.
Nice.
So we put them back.
So was on those fins, because I know that obstacle, like we've seen it.
Yeah.
Is he climbing both tires at the
Yep.
same time like we thought, and
Yep.
the whole weight of the Jeep basically, there's not enough grip.
Yep. It would get right to the top
Yep.
and then slide
Flo-
back
it
down.
like
off.
float almost, and
Yeah.
then
And it's kind of off camber, so you're not
Ooh.
hitting it super hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, you're not bouncing into it.
what was cool about this trail is literally once it started to get good, it just got better and better and better. Very few get better at every fucking turn.
That's
you know what I
awesome.
mean? And the only break you had was that massive boulder field. You know what I mean? So it was super kind of easy and fun. You're like you're warming up, you know, to it. Then just it was literally when like this one. Let's see. The very first hard obstacle is the one where you have to go up on the left or the right. You know, around that cactus rock thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they have names for them. I should name it Cactus Rock because there's a cactus in the middle of that big ass rock. At any rate, we never thought we'd ever get Richard's Jeep up that right side,
But it just did it.
but we had to because it wouldn't go up the left. So, but it worked. But that was where. So he leans over and he hits his fender onto the rock, and he still has to go down in the hole. And we're like, somebody, one of them said, "Look, you're going to hit that corner." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." You know. So he
but
goes.
it's full of armor. Like it's all plated with armor and everything.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. It just scratches off that rhino lining and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, because these are all painted and like nice looking.
Yeah, and they kept saying, "Get rid of those fenders, dude." And he was saying, "The fenders keep it out of the body."
Yeah.
and it's true.
But
You
the
know,
fenders are attached to the body.
yeah, they move it all, but it's dispersing that weight
Yeah.
equally. You know, so I'm with him. I'd leave the fenders on, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
but you like those weld-on bars on the side of your Jeep too.
the rub rails.
Yeah.
I love them, dude. Yeah, I think those are cool, dude. Anyway,
Someone called 1980. Get this guy out of here.
that's too funny. That was good. But so when he actually started to drop into the hole, and we figured the whole thing would just get hammered into that rock, the rear steer took over and fucking
Saved his
drove
ass.
him out of the
Saved
away
him.
from the rock.
That's
Right?
awesome.
Yeah. So that was when it actually helped. You know.
So it was a good win for Richard.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
He should be damn proud, even though he at the very last obstacle he took the bypass because it was hot. It was hot. It was getting tired, and he was after this one here where you have the ledge.
Yep.
He's watching John screw around up in there, and I think that's only the second hard part. There's like 4 or 5 really good obstacles in this thing, and he's just sitting in the shade, dude. And I look over, I was like, "Are you okay, dude?" He was like, Yeah, I'm just, just tired.
Yeah.
He was so mentally spent.
Mm-hmm.
He looked exhausted, bro. It was only like
Well, and,
7 o'clock in the
me
morning.
me and you work outside in the heat. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
It gets pretty extreme some days. But I bet you people that aren't used to that, it's a whole nother thing you got to deal with while you're on a new trail. Like to where me and you could probably hang into the heat and not be as affected.
Yeah, I had 1.5 waters, and that was it. But
You're
I
trying
was
to stay light on your feet.
well, but I could feel it. You know what I mean? Like I needed to. Everybody's taking a piss, and I'm just running around like an idiot. You know,
You
what I
quit
mean?
sweating. You're like, oh,
Hey, the sweat quit going to my eyes.
Did the sun go away? Like, why? I'm not even sweating
What
anymore.
the hell's wrong with you guys, man? I did turn around on a rock. It got a little wobbly.
Yeah.
I was like, woo.
Yeah.
And Brenda was there, but
I used to remember building the cell phone towers when we quit sweating. The day was just getting going, dude.
oh
It's
shit,
like,
you're
it's like-
screwed too.
It's like, no, it was all right.
I know we talked about it before, but then you, after a whole hot ass day, you put everybody in the truck and do the heat sweat challenge. That's so dumb,
Not,
bro.
not on those days.
Yeah.
It'd have to be like, going home for the weekend or
So
something fun.
I tried to. So that's Don from RPM Steering, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, standing in the photo?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he worked. He used the spindles from that shitty company, Comp 4x4.
Yeah.
And I saw that, so I was going to try to rail him to see if I can get some info out of him.
Like you saw it on some of the builds?
No,
Or-
so he used to make swing arms in his old fab shop, right? The one that went
yeah.
under. So he was using Comp 4x4 spindles. So I was like, hey, dude, those really good spindles? I was all like buttering him up. I was
Yeah.
going to sucker punch him. And and he's like, yeah, dude, that company's really had a hard time. It took us forever to get parts from that guy. And I was like, oh, he got fucked too. So,
okay.
oh, well. I thought I was going to be like,
Yeah, but can't you just build that?
dude, yeah. So for an update, we'll just end this on this, right? If you want.
Yeah, so your rear tire carrier spindle in the bumper is what you're trying to rebuild
Yes. So,
because you yard sailed yours.
yeah, literally, it just broke off.
Thank goodness not on the freeway.
So check, yeah, hell yeah, right?
Dude, that
Could
was-
you imagine? Imagine a 200-pound.
More.
First off, you have this sharp,
Yeah, triangle of
yeah.
death.
right, at least 200 pounds of steel and tire, with the tire allowing it to roll.
Yeah, and bounce.
With spikes sticking out of it, you know what I mean, from
Yeah.
the freaking tire carrier.
And
Yeah.
dude, if you were all excited, like you're meeting up with Trent and Vern, you're going 95 the whole time, dude. Like, dude, that thing be a missile.
The only time my Jeep went really, really fast. So check this out. I don't know if that's going to show up there. So I was thinking about building my own. What do you think of this? And describe that. Because I want double shear on that spindle, right? Or on the hinge is what we're talking about, folks. So I have a single shear hinge that's fairly large, but it broke off because it's not double shear. And with that much weight, I'm pretty sure I need a double shear. So I could custom make my own. I could
It's
use,
hard to tell what's going on here.
it's two like Johnny joints
But
stacked
where are they going?
to a triangle that he has built up in the back. So this triangle
So the
goes
Johnny
up.
joints are the swingable part.
Yeah, that becomes
and
the hinge.
So the threaded piece is in the tire carrier build portion.
Yep.
And then he did a whole he plated it basically and did a double shear like you would do on a knuckle.
Build like a big triangle. That setup would fit where I have it.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be too bad. Just got to rebuild that one piece.
Someone's chatting you.
Oh, it's Jesse. Oh, Sandy Beach got closed. That's live, folks. Sandy Beach got closed because
Because he was on it.
because they had that huge ass fire. Remember?
Oh, that's in that area?
Yeah, all that got burned up.
Yeah, but it's a wash. There's no
That's what Sean was saying. He's like, the sand's still going to be there.
yeah, the rock. I don't even remember a lot of shrub. I could see the whole top of it though. Like if there's a big fire, I bet you it went over that wash, and I bet you there's a lot of areas where that wash is like the same level as the wash. I'm sorry. Wherever the shrubs and everything, I bet you it goes up and down as you go down the trail,
Yeah.
So I remember being in a big canyon most of the time and not a lot of shrubs because the water would wash that crap away. Like there wasn't a lot of trees in there.
You know what? Yeah.
But the fire probably went over the top, so it's in the fire zone. Even if the trail can't burn, the fire is in that area.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a forest that was on fire and they dropped airplane buckets of water on there?
Oh no.
You ever? Okay.
I mean, I've been to a forest. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I've driven past like all those Prescott wildfires.
Okay, so this is say 10 years after, or 7 or 8 years after, when everything's grown back.
Little baby airplanes grow? Like what?
No. So we were one time I was hunting, and I forget the exact area, but it was here in Arizona,
Okay.
and we were the trees and the shrubs and like the whole mountain was so messed up, like you could hardly walk. You know, how normal mountain pine trees.
Yeah, it smooths over.
Yeah, you
and,
got
like,
pine needles and
yeah.
you walk between the trees. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? This thing looked like a junkyard of trees. There was tree branches in every direction because the water was hitting it and just blasting it. Imagine dumping airplane loads of water.
Yeah.
It just beats the shit out of the
Yeah.
surface, you know? So literally there was trees in every direction and everything. And we are like, what the hell happened here? And then you figure out what it was. You know what I mean? Like it literally looks like a tornado went through there,
Yeah.
but it didn't wipe it clean. It just tumbled everything. So
Weird.
I wonder if something like that happened. I don't know if they put that out
Yeah.
down there, but the boulders and rocks should still be there.
Yeah, but you're right. If it could be all messed up if they dump the water distorts the landscape.
Imagine how different it's going to be after all that water we
Yeah.
saw going through there, moving
Yeah.
the sand. What? So
Well, it should just be a highway.
Yeah.
You just cruise all the way to the lake. You're all
little
and
teensy bubbles,
four
or
high.
pebbles.
You're in 4 high, just cruising, like
Yeah.
going 20 the whole way.
So you think it'd add more sand?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Add or take, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if
I-
it takes it, I was
I
going to
bet
be
you
way
it'll
harder.
bunch up in areas, and then fast water flow will wash sand away. And wherever it bunches up and a big lake comes, the water will settle. The sand will flow in there and settle and fill up.
Yeah.
And then wherever the rapids are, it'll pull it away.
Yeah, because that shit was flowing hard.
Yeah.
At least 4 feet.
We got to
deep.
get out there.
So what would you do for a spindle? Would you build your own or buy
spindle.
one? They have that
I'd
big,
still buy one.
big giant ass one that's really clean with that big aluminum cap
Yeah.
that screws on top. That's a little bit bigger diameter than what I had, but it's still only single shear.
The same concept.
Yep,
Why don't you make it double shear?
that's what I'm asking.
Oh.
Should I do a double? Should I just make one?
Yeah, but even if you bought the single shear one with the big chrome cap, couldn't you just make like a second strengthening piece and then thread it? No.
Gee, I was wondering. I keep looking at that, and I can't. My brain can't figure out how to grab it and make it turn still. Because so not with a cap.
Yeah.
So you know how my old one had that dust cover on top? So the one I was trying to buy is that same setup, shorter, and they put a bolt through it, and then the bolt goes, or the double shear part goes on, and then the bolt goes on top.
Okay.
So I could redo that. But you need to be able to put those bearings. I would have to do some machining.
Don't you have a bunch of Heims laying around?
Yeah,
Use
that's
your-
why I was thinking of
use
this.
your old Heims, yeah.
But then the Heims are going to wiggle. You know what I mean? That's the problem with this. I don't understand. Like when you unhook it, why doesn't the thing fall
That
down?
orange, that triangle one you just showed me.
Yeah.
If you had 2 Heims stacked, right, and the bungs are welded into your whole tire carrier,
Yeah.
it can't go up and down
Why not?
because they're parallel. How are they gonna?
A Heim wiggles.
Yeah, one, right? One, but 2 stacked parallel on top of each other. You should do it with 2 pipes, right? Hold the
Oh,
pipes
yeah.
as tight as you can, or weld them together. The pipes can't slide from each
Yeah,
other.
one would have to do this.
Yeah.
It would have to go like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you're right. It might wiggle, but I bet you your whole thing wiggles now.
But then I thought, I could actually then I could build a little scoop that the tire actually sets in.
Yeah.
So when I go to close it, I sort of lift it onto
Yeah.
that ledge
Yep.
and then lock it down. And the actual weight comes from the frame, and
Yes.
that would be better.
And then it shouldn't start to affect the weld.
Yeah. And then in a pinch, we'd have a spare Heim.
2?
2.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, we already know that shit fits in the Jeep. So yes, all right. That because I don't want
You'd
to.
have to draw it out and like kind of get some ideas going on it.
So I called Wheelin' every weekend again, Ian.
Oh, cool.
And I told him about
God, are you his Jason now?
probably.
Hey man, I'm in traffic and I wanna.
No, I don't talk to
I
him.
don't
I
wanna-
text him.
I don't want to pay you, but can you just tell me how to build this?
I'm gonna need you to come over and weld this for me, man. No, but at any rate, he told me to go to a different place, A to Z Fabrication.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked them up, and
Closed.
guess what was on their website? They didn't take my money. You know what they said? Sorry, folks, we are temporarily closed.
Oh,
because
very
that's
nice.
what real people do.
That's very nice.
That's good people, right? Right. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this new video coming out.
Right.
What do you think? A week?
No,
Today?
I'm gonna do it today. I want to.
Whoa.
Well, that's not. Let me.
It's
correct
hard.
that.
I know it's a lot of work and a lot of video to go through, buffering.
It's currently loading right
scrumpa-dumpling.
now, and it's processing right now. So I'm gonna come home.
The data
The data.
is
Yeah.
processing.
Yeah. I have to make.
Is it ramming?
It's proxying.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but it works. Some fucking 12-year-old on YouTube
Do you have
said
a-
to make a proxy stupid.
do you have a proxy server?
No,
Damn,
no.
I don't know what that means.
He just
But-
said, "Are you doing it in proxy or you're doing it in full res?" I'm like, "Huh?" And he goes, "Go to proxy, dummy. Just make a proxy." I go, "Do I need a converter?" He's like, "What do you use?" I said, "Final Cut Pro." He goes, "No." I go, "Well, how do I do it?" And he goes, "Click the fucking button that says proxy." Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you don't know if you don't
These
understand,
kids, dude.
Yeah,
These punks, bro. I'm like, fuck you and thank you.
that's awesome.
So, yeah.
That's cool. That's very exciting. You're gonna get right on it because sometimes the video just takes a while. You know, like you said, you have how many terabytes of stuff that might never come out.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's if I wait too long, it's hard
Yep.
for me to remember the story.
Yeah.
This one I like because, like, I actually did a little pre-planning. I did some story, and I ran a storyline through my head,
also, no one else heard it.
No, I mean it's for me for when
Oh.
I'm out there trying to film, and like I also basically I was out there for like to me it was like a job. I was on a reconnaissance mission.
Yeah.
I wanted the line, I wanted the maps,
Yep.
I wanted to know how to get us through there
And a
in the
badass
winter.
video.
Yeah, and
In
content.
the winter? Oh, when it's cooler, not when it's snowy. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
I
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
I was like, damn.
In coats, bro. We need to be in
Yeah,
coats.
yeah. Or take the coat off
Yeah.
because it's like nice and 65.
Yeah, so I would say I'm looking for you, me, Daryl, White Chris.
And and everyone else can ride with
Yeah,
because we need the scuttle. We need 2 scuttles,
yeah.
a tent awning.
I feel like we're like
2
I
fridges.
think Steve's gonna puff up his chest and be
Yeah.
like, "Fuck you guys, I can go out there."
Okay.
I know. I guess we could say okay. huh?
Like you said, 80% through, he could be like, if he sees it, he's like, I don't know about this. Then he could.
Yeah, he
like
could turn
split up
around.
or whatever. You know.
Yeah, we could have lunch there before the
Yeah.
hard shit starts. The problem is
lunch
you
before the hard
where you have to turn around, you miss all the good stuff. It goes one wicked obstacle, that V
Yeah.
thing, and then nothing. Well, playful stuff, and
Yeah.
then fucking.
And you don't want to split up. Like if it's limited people, you don't want to
Yeah.
you don't want to send one back by himself. You know.
Dude, every time you turned the corner, literally as a joke, I was like, I saw Richard all spent, and I was like, dude, we didn't even hit the hard stuff, bro. And I was joking, and I was right.
But that's like oh, you didn't do the night run of Volcano with us. That was kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Sandy Beach is kind of like that. There's just there's no breaks on some of these good
Yeah.
trails. You know,
Once you
which
get
is
into
awesome.
it, there is no brakes on this
That's
one either.
awesome.
Till you're out. Yeah. On that note, folks.
Keep crawling.
Right.
No, wait, that's Tyler saying.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. They say crawl something.
Why are we always fucking it up? We had a thing that was,
What was
on
I
that note,
saying?
folks, and then Chris from Will and Wine Whiskey started saying it because
On that note, folks.
he's a cheater, pumpkin eater.
We'll see.
We still shit too.
Yeah.
Who cares? We can steal it.
Yeah, Tyler won't know. They don't
Right.
they
Go
don't
listen to those other podcasts too. Go show them some love. Tell them Mike and Max sent you.
Yeah. Or don't.
Right. On that note, folks, actually, we're out of here. Thanks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend.